welcome back to Understanding the Reason. I'm your host, Jerome Majette. I am so excited that you guys are here. Man, we really gonna get into this today, man, because we got a lot of reading to do. But before we do, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Also, put your comments down below. Man, we look forward to hearing your words, hearing it come from you, and just get into what we're talking about. So we're gonna get started, man. Listen, we have been really hard charging towards answering these three questions. Why am I here? What is my purpose? And what happens next? And we've been looking at scripture, right? And we've been looking at how the scriptures are being confirmed by science, by science. Now, I don't profess to be a scientific guy. I just look at the data and allow the data to speak for itself. Okay. So it took me 18 years to write my book, Understanding the Reason God Made Man, What Made Him Do It. We're reading through the book. So please get your copy of it. The links are in the description. Also for our shirts. So if you pick up a shirt, pick up a book, send me a selfie over on my Facebook Messenger, and I'll make sure that we get you on one of our at the end of one of our videos like we're getting ready to do today. So please stick around, help us to celebrate those that really are supporting us, and thank you so much for that in advance. Okay, so let's get into it. So we've been looking at the 6 days of creation as recorded in Genesis. And we're on day 4. We just finished day 3 and we're on day 4 right now. And man, we got some reading to do. So we're going to jump right in here. Okay. Now, our source scripture, our foundational scripture is found in Genesis chapter 1, verses 14 through 18. So, make sure that you get your notes. Now, you hear me say that often, man. Just get your notes and write down the scriptures. Also, what we're also doing is placing these scriptures down in the description box so that you can go back and review them there. Okay, so let's go. And God said, "Let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be signs and tokens of God's provident care, and to mark seasons, days, and years. And let them be lights in the expanse of the sky to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He also made the stars. And God set them in the expanse of the heavens to give light upon the earth, to rule over the day and over the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good, and he approved it. And there was evening, and there was morning, a 4th day. Man, we got a lot. We got a lot here. Okay, so let's go ahead and break it down. So we're going to talk about the scientific portion of it first. Okay, before we actually break down the scriptures, because there's a lot here, man. It's a lot here. So let's go. The 4th day of creation heralds the introduction of time. So we talked about on day 1 how God introduced time into the physical temporary world, right? Now, what he's about to do is he's getting ready to break the process down on how he did it. This is so cool. So check it out. So it is a fact that time is a limited period or interval. It is literally a sector of eternity having both beginning and end. To illustrate, if we could stretch a ruler across the universe and call it eternity, time would be a span starting from point A on the ruler and ending with point B at a distant point on the ruler. Because time is temporal, it is limited in breadth and scope. This being true, it is a condensed form of reality. So this right here, this construct, I call this a construct. This construct is limited in scope, meaning that it is not eternal. This is not reality, right? Reality meaning that eternity is more real than what's happening here. Okay. Eternity is more real than what's happening here on this planet. Okay. And in this physical realm. So that's what we mean by that. So this being true, this is a condensed form of reality. Compared to eternity, time is like a vapor that rises and vanishes. However, it is the most essential element pointing to God's intent to create mankind. There was a reason that God put us here. And that's what we're chasing. That's what we're after. That's what we're looking to understand. We're trying to understand, why did he do it? He had to have a reason to do this. There wasn't just like we were talking about before in our other videos. Please check us out. We're talking about, like, there's no big bang. Like, life didn't just spontaneously come into existence for no reason at all, right? Now, this is how we can prove it. Check it out. To initiate time, the Creator made two distinct lights, the sun to rule the daytime and the moon to rule the nighttime. We know this, right? We know this. In doing so, he segmented time into two distinct parts known as a solar day. A solar day is measured by the 24-hour passage of the Earth around the sun. Approximately 12 hours are given to each segment. This being so, these two stellar entities regulate time, both past, present, and future. Science has thoroughly documented the profound impact these great lights have had on virtually every biological process within a wide range of ecosystems. The most impactful scriptural and scientific conclusion is that they regulate our global weather patterns and influence our seasons, just as scripture says, right? So let's take a moment to visit the basics of what we know scientifically about these two great lights. First, the sun. Being an enormous nuclear explosion in our solar system, in the center of our galaxy, it is absolutely a marvel. In search of carbon life on other planets, NASA, along with other international space agencies, have launched research probes to locate the right combination of elements supportive of extraterrestrial life. This includes a star like our sun at the proper distance from its satellite planet to provide warmth and light. Overwhelming data from these probes and other space exploration technologies have found similar stars, but none equal to our sun. None. which provides just the right amount of infrared rays to support an amazing array of life on our planet. If we were too close, life would be cremated, right? We would burn up. Too far, the Earth would be another dead terrestrial planet like those other ones that we have in our galactic neighborhood, right? What makes our sun such a marvel? As stated before, all data transmitted from space probes suggests there are no other stars in our galaxy or in our solar system exactly like our sun. It is extremely stable in contrast to other stars that may be similar but have been observed to be unpredictable and highly unstable. This leaves many creationists and myself and some in the community of scientists to believe our sun was specifically designed as shown in scripture. The implication is that the sun was positioned at the right location in the universe by design. And I believe without a doubt that it's not at the right place by accident. Right? God put it there, just like the scripture says, an intelligent being who understood exactly what he was doing. Okay, so let's go. This nuclear explosion is contained within an extremely powerful magnetic field. The distant extension of the sun's magnetic field is called the Interplanetary Magnetic Field, or IMF. The solar wind, which carries the IMF to the planets in our solar system and beyond, generates a phenomenon known as the aurora. And you can see that at the North and South Pole, right? This magnetic field at an average place on the sun is measured at 1 Gauss. 1 Gauss is about twice as strong as the average magnetic field on Earth's surface. Since the sun's surface is more than 12,000 times larger than Earth's, the stream of charged particles that flows outward from it could easily destroy life on the planet. Incredibly, the sun's massive magnetic field prevents this from happening. So if you look at any pictures coming from the sun, and you can go right on YouTube and see how NASA and other planetary experimenters, they're looking at what the sun is doing, and you can literally see how the magnetic field pulls these particles back. They shoot out miles into the sky, into space, and then the magnetic field literally pulls them right back. Well, listen, man, we gonna have to pull it back right here. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for allowing us to share this information with you. Please consider picking up my book, Understanding the Reason God Made Man, What Made Him Do It. Man, I've got so much good stuff in here for you, man. The details are all in here. 18 years of research. So listen, pick up the book, pick up a t-shirt, and send me a selfie. God bless you guys, man. We really appreciate you for being here. Have a good one. Peace.